Hello, welcome to Texas Lone Wolf Channel. Today we are going to do a segment called Self Love. How many of you are trying to compare yourself with others? That right there is not healthy. That's being superficial. Alright? That is being superficial and has its drawbacks. Did you know that? You got drawbacks because you're trying to be like others. Listen, you were born to be different. You're born to stand out from the crowd. Okay? You're trying to compete with other people. Each person got their own uniqueness. Please stop trying to be a sheeple to conform yourself to the standards of the world. You're going to be a miserable puppy if you keep it up. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do this for both men and women. All right, are you ready for this topic? We're going to do this for men and women alike. Okay? Because you need to see this. Now, you need to see this. I had to blow it up. 34 ways to practice self-love and be good to yourself. This is the Monday's message. The message for Monday, okay, is being good to yourself. Do you want to go out, copycat other people because they're doing their own style? Listen, what works for that one person will not work for you. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. It will not work for you. You follow me? Now, self-love allows you to reach a new level of security and happiness. We look outside of ourselves for love since that's how we found stability and love as a kids. Kids want to mimic and cosplay what other kids are doing. But the thing is, they'll cost you more cosplaying. And you think, oh, well, what's wrong? Well, what harm can that do? A lot. I tell you what, let's just say there's a bank robber, an attempt to rob a bank that got a real gun and real bullets. Now, would it be a very smart move to get a toy gun and play bank robber with a real life bank robber whose intent to kill if he don't get to his way? If you answer no, then hey, now you see where I'm coming at. Cosplaying in a dangerous territory will cost you your life. You can take that to the bank. And we receive rewards for our good deeds. Truth is, the love you're looking for can only come from within. And this is a raw fact. And this here is talking about that support system. You can't find a support system in another person. You got to find it from within. Okay? We didn't get over this. We still look for love in other people. See, that's wrong. You're trying to look for somebody else to complete you. And you're not even complete yourself. Because of this, no amount of affection from another person make you completely content. And you can never feel safe if you don't have confidence in your talent. Self-confidence is very important for a Sigma or others in a social or sexual hierarchy. You got to have confidence. But how can you do it and feel more self-confident? Well, that's easy. Love yourself. Buy for yourself. Work on yourself. Pamper yourself. How much are you worth to me? A lot. Did you get it? Now, I'm going to be preaching to the men and women alike to help them motivate themselves, self-motivate. But how can you adore and feel more self-confident? That's a very good question there, is it? We work on loving ourselves so we can overcome our own limiting thoughts and live in a life that truly shines from within. I'm going to say that again. We work on loving ourselves so we can overcome our limiting thoughts. You see, we limit ourselves and live a life that truly shines. Okay? The answer to everything lies in self-love. Did you know that? Practicing self-love will allow you to be good to yourself and the process of being a better human being. Learn how to practice self-love. Give yourself a break. Breathe deeply. Give yourself a small hug. And begin learning how to love yourself. That's the first start. That right there is the first start. Okay? Number one, cast out the idea that you have to be perfect. Listen, nobody's perfect. Everyone has flaws. Everyone has some type of damage. Everyone is insecure. Everyone is broke in some way or another. Not always financially. Could be in other areas in their life. Okay? You ever wonder how to practice self-love? Start by ditching the idea of perfect. Perfect in every way. Body, life, IQ. The idea of perfection is false. And when you see it on social media, it frequently hides serious mental health problems. Never expect to be flawless. It's good to know that nobody is, okay? Everybody aspires to be an idealized standard of perfection. Everybody has faults. Everybody has their distinctive qualities and personalities. That's for starters. That's number one. Number two is understand sometimes societal expectations offer unrealistic standards. I'll give you an example. Let's just say an ignorant man will expect a woman to be a complete virgin, which is totally false. Then a woman would put up a grocery list of standards a man, pre-qualified man to be in a relationship. That's totally false. So if you sit here, you look at these celebrities, you know what? The amount of money they have, they're miserable. Often the broke person is the happiest. And you are unique on this earth and cannot reasonably be compared to anyone else. Okay, listen, you are the only one who should compare yourself. You are the only one. Former President Theodore Roosevelt said comparison is the thief of joy. And yet, that former president is right. Comparison is a thief of joy. Why did he say that as former president? Because he was full of wisdom. Even if you meet that unattainable standard, you always will be unsatisfied because you need more, since it's in our human nature always be unsatisfied but curious. To avoid comparing yourself to that unattainable ideal, doing so will make you feel bad about yourself and depressed. Remember, the more we compare, the more we lose ourselves. I'm speaking to both men and women. I'm telling you, this is the honest truth. And the more you crave company to be full and complete, you're lacking in yourself. Number 3, live in a moment, just for a moment every day. Stop your never ending search for anything better for a time. Just look within. Recognize your origins and wonder of the present. Realize how fortunate you are to be living, breathing, and functioning human being. According to psychology today, mindful people tend to have higher self-esteem, are more empathetic, and more secure. Are you getting this? Number 4, daily gratitude. Daily gratitude is the key to happiness and loving yourself. One other thing I want to say, don't go to Instagram and do a gratitude journal. Keep it off social media. Get your notebook and write down your thoughts and how to overcome bad stuff. And then write a journal on how you did it, and then go back and read how did you overcome things by reading your own writing. Start a gratitude journal. You don't need no social media to take 3 minutes to think about all the things you have been thankful for, such as your health, your life, your friends, your country, M&Ms, how long that old pan has lasted you, or how the person on the bus let you off first. When we get comfortable, we get ungrateful. Change that. Show gratitude every day. According to Harvard Health, gratitude can make you feel more positive emotions, and research has shown it can improve your overall well-being. That's less trips to the shrink, less trips to the counselor. Okay? Now, okay, get this. Embrace the fact you can't control everything. Oh, you see 2 people getting in a fight and you want to go over there and you want to save that one person? You just made a fool out of yourself. Just trust me, you have made a fool. The only thing you can control are the ones you can change. Remember, including your reactions. Unlike that, the weather, you cannot influence other people, their decisions, or their actions. Instead of attempting to control everything in life, focus on how you respond to it. And do the best you can, and put your hands up and say, hey, it's the hands of the gods now. Let everything work itself out rather than attempting to control everyone and everything. And that is the honest truth. Everything finally resolves itself. And yes, it does. Everything resolves itself. It works itself out. Number 6, self-care. Society has taught us that taking care of ourselves is selfish. And God forbid, this is what we fear the most. In response, we exert tremendous efforts so that everyone knows our goodness. Society is so full of malarkey that people need to detach from the said society. Practice being good in society is, however, your happiness. Stop attempting to be good and start looking after yourself. Self-love or self-care equals happiness. Start taking up these 30 self-care habits for a strong, healthy mind, body, and spirit. Self-care is one of the best ways to practice self-love. Self-care and practice self-love. All right. Check in with yourself emotionally. Find a seat, get a cup of coffee, share your day's event. What mood are you in? Sense that emotion. The great course of action, learn how to feel your sentiments rather than burying them genuinely. Essential to stay in touch with your feelings if you want to keep practicing self-love. Don't listen to society. Don't listen to the celebrities. The celebrities have no freaking clue how to hold a marriage. When in doubt, I'll give you an example. Look at J-Lo. That woman has been married and divorced so many times, it's not even funny. And if you want to take her advice, you're following at the wrong fraudulent person. And this includes negative thoughts. Do they exist? Do they prove useful? Are they decent? Before you say something unfavorable, consider whether it benefit you. Does this having thought anyway improve me? Or is it merely impolite or dismissive or harsh? Stopping the internal agony is the most crucial step to happiness. Because we frequently abuse our minds. I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about myself as well. Because I have struggles. I'm not a perfect person. I'm also a YouTuber, but I have imperfections all around. Saying, supporting, encouraging things, negative beliefs will always impede self-love. And some people don't know how to do this. Tighten your circle. Your social circle affects your whole life. Look at 5 individuals you spend time with since they make up who you are. Are they favorable? Are they loving? Are they supportive? Are they unfavorable, impolite, abusive? Do they also value themselves? If the answer is no, cut them loose. If someone is bringing you down, such a negative friend, insulting partner, or overpowering, over-opinionated family members, remember that you owe them nothing. They don't owe you any of your time. Ditch, avoid, and continue and move on because you are very valuable. It's very important that you take a good look at yourself before you try to change to meet their requirement because you will be very unhappy. Okay, number 9, eat healthier. Your mental health is impacted by what you put in your body, okay? If you eat something you think is terrible, then you sit and feel ashamed of yourself, not only biologically. Don't be hard on yourself. Life's too short to be miserable because you ate. Remove the eating restrictions. Stop dieting. Eat like a normal person. Eat natural foods that you enjoy to practice self-love. Your body appreciates it. Remember, this is a form of inner self-healing energy that flows from your feet to your head, to your shoulders, to your hands, all over. Okay? You know what? You want to do healthy eating? Move around. Move your body around, or your body is going to go south in a heartbeat. Okay? Get moving. That's very important. Remember, a body in motion heals itself from major illnesses and diseases. You lay around like an old lazy dog and read a book. It might be good mentally, but physically, as you age, okay, your metabolism slows down. You start putting on weight. You got to keep your body in motion. That's how a lot of successful people, when they age gracefully. Men or women, they'll age gracefully. They'll try to get ripped. Okay? Get moving. Don't simply join a gym and never visit. Try a new sport or physical activity and then discover the one that you like that makes you laugh and that is enjoyable for you. Do that then. Zumba, mermaid swimming, dancer, virtually infinite number of different sports. Try them and see how happy you become. Okay? There are many ways to keep fit, even if you're busy. There's a 7-minute workout video you can squeeze in. And this is very important. Clear up your environment. Get rid of all the haters on social media, those who relate memes about drunken achievers. This seems to make sense. Fill your head with positive information because you will live a positive life when you become what you think. So, you say, oh, I need a counselor. Well, the problem is you. I'm sorry to break it to you, but the problem is you. Why are you letting the past drag you? Why drag that baggage behind you? Get you that invisible knife and cut it and let it sink into oblivion. Number 12, be unique. Take pride in your differences and learn to love them if you want to develop self-love. This is what distinguishes you. If you think about how I can love myself better, then try to be unique. Are you following along on this? It's very important. Number 13, let go of toxic relationships. End all toxic relationships. Seriously, nobody should be a part of your life that make you feel anything less than fantastic. If it takes some time to figure out which connections in your life are poisonous, cut them loose. It's critical to consider the connection that makes you feel good and recognize those that negatively influence your life. People that support you should not be in your life. This includes family members. This includes somebody you just met in life that said they're looking for a relationship in which they're looking for somebody to use for benefits. You follow me? Number 14, forgive yourself. Do you recall one, maybe a few times you did something that left you feeling regrettably humiliated, ashamed? Time to let go of that. Although you can't change the things you've done in the past, you can influence what happens in the future. Only the person I'm talking to can change what happens in the future. Consider it a teaching moment. You believe in your capacity to change. Give yourself the same grace you would extend to someone else if they were imperfect. Give yourself that grace. Give it. Are you following me yet? Also, 15, meditate. Maybe go ask for a breather. Purge those ideas from your head, and simply meditation is way being more intentional. Be aware of your thoughts, feelings, and desires. Live a life that actually reflects this. You can include self-reflection into your routine by engaging in mindfulness practice. I'm hoping I can help you change your life. And please, by the love of God, bookmark this video. Listen to this video in your car, at your job, or on your off days. Listen to this daily. I love you enough to help you change for you. I don't want you to change for me. Change for you. Oh, above all, think about this. What would you do? You got any clothing that you wear? I'll give you an example. Do you have holes in your shirt? Ask yourself, would you wear that out in public? If the answer is no, chunk it in the trash and get you a new one. Clothing is replaceable. How you carry yourself tells a lot about who you are. Okay? The way you carry yourself tells a lot by who you are. All right? So, now, I've already talked about this. 16 is remember who you are. You've endured a lot, yet you overcome it, growing stronger with each experience. Keep in mind who you are. You should welcome adversity because it makes your life more fascinating and help you go where you want. Experiencing feelings like self-doubt is natural, but get rid of it. Don't let it consume your thoughts. Get rid of self-doubt. Listen, faith moves mountains. Self-doubt creates those mountains. I hope this is inspirational to you, okay? And there are people out there that would actually go in through plastic surgery to try to change, to fit in the society crowd. Those people that do that are the most unhappiest. God gave you a body. Love your body as God loved you. Oh, well, I want to fit in society. I want to get a tattoo. I want to do this. I want to do that. Well, if you're doing that to fit in society, then you're living in vanity. You're living in emptiness. You're living in a superficial life that has zero meaning. Your body is gorgeous, fantastic tool for exploration. Your body isn't made only to be aesthetically pleasing to the rest of the world. It is not an elaborate phase. It is a tool that enables you to accomplish of your life goals. Climb, eat, go places, go to work, knit, as if you were a child. Take care of your body with nothing but love and knowledge. Everything is just ideal the way it is. Loving yourself and falling head over heels with your appearance is what self-love is all about. Okay? We're instructed that achieving the ideal body will make us happy. If you're familiar with that kind, that is an unattainable beauty standard that frequently airbrushed over. No matter how much weight you lose, no matter how many goods you purchase, no matter how much plastic surgery you have, a body cannot contain happiness because it's nowhere for it to reside. Just like that tattoo you get on your body. You think that's going to make you happy? All you did is inject the ink into your skin. And over time, that ink is going to fade. And it's going to be meaningless. And you're going to look back at that tattoo and you're going to say, why in the hell did I get this? And the money spent on it, you're going to be like, why did I spend this? I could have used that money for something else. You see where I'm coming at with this? You need to be, okay, self-accountable, self-love, self-care, self-assurance. It all intertwined together. You see where I'm coming at with this? And self-discipline, too. If you discipline yourself, you'll become efficient. And note, happiness results from accepting oneself. Realize having a body is what you need to feel secure, successful, like you could do anything you want. You can do whatever you want regardless of how your body is shaped. So stop spending time attempting to follow a particular diet type. Stop trying to follow the crowd. Say, oh, well, you need to run this game to get this. You need to run that game to get that. Listen, society don't know its butthole from a hole in the ground. You know, society is full of sewer. Okay? The society stinks to high heaven. The society is puffed up with pride. They puffed up with envy. They puffed up with home wrecking. You name it. Let me ask you this. Would you rather follow your own intuition, or you want to let somebody else think for you? I tell you what, you let someone else think for you, you will be their prisoner. Amen? Number 18, try minimalism. True joy and true love can be found by enjoying your possessions and experience, not material possessions. If you want someone to tell you that at your passing how wonderful your life was and how you accomplished everything you set out to do, not that you were a hoarder or a bad large collection of things. Happiness appreciate what you already have that results in amazing discovery, like cooking a healthy meal from scratch. Here's an inspiring read that recommended for you. If money can't buy happiness, what can? Self-love, self-care, self-confidence, self-appreciation can give you happiness. I'm hoping this message is helping you shape your life. Number 19, list positive things about yourself. Make a list of your best traits and accomplishment next time you feel joyous and in control of the universe. It may sound a little cheesy. It can be a great reminder when you're having a less than a stellar day. Although it may be challenging initially, developing this habit can help you learn to accept yourself. Okay? I did some videos on male and female personalities. You know, when you come to my channel, look at my videos that I've released. Look at them. Go check them out. If they appeal to you, hit that like and subscribe button. If you happen to stumble on this video by accident or when YouTube suggests it, it's worth checking out. I'm not going to lie to you. Listen, why would I want to lie to you if I'm lying to myself? That would make this video not worthwhile, would it? I want to make it worthwhile. Okay? '20. Don't be afraid to be creative. Use your imagination, whatever other means you choose to express yourself. Whatever catches your attention, painting, writing, sculpting, constructing, music, leave your inner critic at the door. There's no right to be creative. The inner critic, leave them alone. Cast them outside. Tell it to leave you. You tell it to leave, it has to leave. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Creativity can actually be beneficial to your health, according to Forbes. And 21, learn continuously. Learn, read, and try new things. Figure out what works for you. Try, don't just read this. Think, well, that's interesting, and leave. Choose one of them, put them into practice. Happiness is a daily discipline, not a switch. Listen. Going to work every day to your everyday employer is not happiness. It can get monotonous. It's not happiness. Oh, take note. Stop being too tough on yourself. Not everything you think is true. We all have a critic who wants to keep us tiny and secure. The drawback, it prevents us from living complete lives. One of the biggest things that might prevent someone from loving themselves is being hard on themselves. As a Sigma, that's one of my drawbacks, is being hard on myself. Okay? All right? 23 is manage stress. Spend 10 minutes working on a favorite stress-free management technique. Stress prevention can help manage health conditions like possible heart disease, obesity, high blood pressure, and depression. Did you get this? Manage stress. Everybody is going through some type of stress. Here are 7 stress management techniques that you can do to help get through challenges in time and practice self-care. No, I'm gonna put this video right, or this link to this video here. I'm gonna put that in the description box to help you get the most out of yourself. Setting time boundaries. If you think about how to love yourself, then start by focusing on yourself. Set boundaries how you spend your time. Steer clear of time-sucking activities that don't add meaning to your life. Okay. Also, don't feel guilty for saying no. And remember, there's going to be people out there that's going to shame you for saying no. They're going to try to get you to give in. So, if it makes them happy to badger you into going to a church on a night church, and you have to go up to work in the morning, sacrificing your sleep will be dangerous to your health. Don't feel guilty for saying no. Saying no occasionally does not make you a bad person. Rather, it makes you clever. It makes you think clearer. Okay? All right. 25, step out of your comfort zone. Taking a risk is one of the best ways to show yourself love. The joy we experience when we have accomplished something we didn't know we could do is fantastic. Treat others with love and respect. We feel better about ourselves when we treat people the way we want. Everyone may not always return a favor, but that's their issue, not yours. Remember that. Number 27, celebrate milestones. No matter how big or small, acknowledge your victories. Be happy with your accomplishment. Pat yourself on the back. See, this is one of the best traits of self-love. Okay? This is a wonderful method to you love and be pleased with oneself. Celebrating achievements in your life may help you stay motivated. Small wins matter. Okay? Listen, be your own cheerleader. Okay? Be your own cheerleader. #28, follow your passion. Are you aware of that thing that both excites and terrifies you? Although you convince yourself it don't work. Things you want to accomplish, get moving on that. Self-love is a dynamic concept. It can take a lifetime to perfect, but requires continuous practice. Be nice to yourself. Persevere through challenging moments, especially if you're on the road to finding your passion. Did you know that? Follow your passion. Don't follow the crowd. Give up the need for approval from others. You could be the ripest, juiciest peach in the world, but there's still going to be someone who hates peaches. That was quoted by Dita Von Teese. He quoted that. You could be the ripest, juiciest peach in the world. There's going to be somebody who hates peaches. You don't need to be, in other words, you don't need to rely on approval from others to love yourself. And that's the trouble in today's society. Many people think they need other people to get approval from. Give up your need for approval from others and help you find your happy place, help you let go of the past trauma and wounds. Sometimes our want for approval is attached to an event from the past. Again, you got to take that virtual knife that's sharpened, cut that past off, let it drop. Okay? The reality is that we let go of things that happen to us. It feels as though a burden has been lifted. We're no longer required to transport that. We deserve better. Seeking approval from others will result in vanity, emptiness, mental illness, so to speak. Number 30, or actually, okay. Find your happy place. One area where you feel completely at ease, peace, happy, optimistic, and full of life. You're going through a difficult period. Visit that location. Visualize yourself there. Consider the way something looks, feels, smells. Make it a habit to regularly envision your happy location. You can find it within yourself. Number 31, turn off and inwards. Grab a cup of a preferred tea, coffee, wine, or other beverage. Sit by yourself just for a while, just you. No TV, no distraction. Consider how amazing things now are taking place in your life. Your greatest aspiration, the best way to achieve them. Number 32, try journaling. You feel your head spinning too much from having many thoughts? No. No matter how bizarre, cruel, depressing, horrifying they are, list them all on paper. Get you a notebook. Write your stuff down on a notebook. Whatever it takes for you to let go, do it. Keep it in a notebook. Regular journaling can be a crucial component for your self-love practice. Will help you gradually recognize the value of you. It can help you recognize the value of yourself. Number 33, be realistic. Nobody on the planet experiences happiness every second of the day. Do you understand the reason? We're all human after all. We make errors and have mixed emotion. That's okay. Embrace your humanity. You can develop a realistic mentality by practicing it. We often hard on ourselves, so learning to be realistic will aid you in your quest for self-love. Yes, that's what I've been trying to say all along. Quit seeking approval from others. Okay? Number 34, laugh. Laugh. Laugh at some stupid things that happen before your eyes. There are many benefits to laughter. It's a part of self-care. Learn to do things that make you laugh. Spend your day joyously. And here's the final thoughts. You can improve your relationship by learning to love yourself, practicing self-love. This is essential if you want to develop a strong connection with other people, although it takes time to develop self-love. You will undoubtedly get better at it. If you're under stress, you'll think all that you've been accomplished. You'll be one step closer to being the best version that one day you want. You discover how to be kind to yourself. Listen, when you do this, it's going to reflect from inside and out like an invisible light bulb shining with that aura. A wonderful time. Get out there and pursue the activity that ignites your passion. Enjoy them. Enjoy who you are. Taking your amazing life. Now, for the women out there, we're going to go to the next. We are going to go to the next article for women. All right, for women. This is for women. This is for women right here. Okay, are you ready? And women have a bad habit of trying to compare themselves with other women. Just because and it's natural. They get jealous because they want this, they want that, they want the other woman's life to be their happiness. Listen, you can't expect someone else's happiness to be part of your happiness if you're not happy yourself. Do you follow me? I'm hoping that my video here will help you open up from within and look at your own flaws and work on overcoming them one by one. Let me tell you this, and you probably won't believe it, but let me tell you this. Love yourself. Go look at yourself in the mirror. Tell yourself, I am beautiful. I am beautiful. Just because these bad boys and Pookies and Ray Rays tell you that you ain't beautiful, listen, ignore them like a sack of trash that they are. And don't settle for the Pookies and Ray Rays, because doing that, as the saying goes, trash attracts trash. Did you get that? Trash attracts trash. So if you're going after these little Pookies and Ray Rays that are not adding to your life, guess what? You are going to limit your own success. Well, I got a friend that's making it. He's corny. He's got a job. He's corny. Well, let me tell you something, dear. What you just described, that guy could actually help you move mountains as a team. Huh? He could help you move mountains. You're chasing these worthless, low value guys, okay? And I'm going to tell you something, women. I'm talking to you. I am talking to you. If you want success, you need to love yourself first. Look within yourself. Look at your flaws. What do you want out of life? Well, I want to get me a man that's going to make money. Well, don't you have a job? Can you go out and go to work, make money, and join a partnership with a man to help double the income? Oh, no, 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 no. I want a man that's going to do it all. That is a one-sided relationship. Dear, if you practice that mentality, that one-sided relationship is going to end in disaster and hatred. Do you want that? If you say yes to this, hey, good luck. Good luck. Because you're going to need it. If the answer is no, then make the change yourself. Okay? Last year I had a difficult one for me. A woman writing this. I was struggling with my mental health and I was suffering from depression and anxiety, looking around at other beautiful, successful women. Wondered how they do it, how they manage to feel so good. Because they practice self-love. That's how come they did it. How come they feel good? They practice self-love. They knew what they wanted out of life. You have to step out of your comfort zone to take risk and take chances. I want to find out. I wanted to share with other women like me who wanted to feel happy. I want to feel welcome. I want to feel well. Tapping into creative energy set out to compile a resource anyone could use. I asked women I knew, what are your mantras and of habits of self-care? What they told me was revolutionary and totally no-brainer at the same time. If I could practice them, I know you can too. Here are 13 recipes for self-love. Simple in practice and multifaceted in their benefits. Women are very guilty of worrying about what other people say. They worry about comparing themselves to... Listen. If you're doing what I highlighted over here, stop. Number one, stop comparing yourself to others. We're socialized to be competitive. Yes. So comparing ourselves to others is natural. All women do this. All of them compare themselves to each other women. But it can be very dangerous, as this here says. There's no point in comparing yourself to anyone else on the planet because there's only you. Only you, the woman I'm talking to. You. I'm talking to you. Rather focus on yourself, your journey. The shift of energy alone will help you feel free. Number two, don't worry about others' opinion. In the same vein, don't worry about what society thinks or expects of you. See, again, society can kick rocks. You can't make everyone happy. Where's your self-happiness? So this is a waste of time. You will only slow you down on your journey to be the best you. Are you getting this? Listen. Look at this. I don't care what your color of your skin is. Don't consider yourself what others think of you. You worry about what other people think of you, then you're their prisoner. Celebrate yourself. Embrace your past self. Above all, you know what, woman? You are a human being. I mean, you're human. Everybody screws up in life. Everybody does. Number three, allow yourself to make mistakes. We're told again and again from a young age, nobody's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. The older you get, the more pressure you feel over never to fail. Cut yourself some slack. Make mistakes so you can learn and grow from them. Embrace your past. They're constantly changing and growing from who you once were at one time into who you are today and who you will be one day. So forget about that voice in your head that said that you need to be perfect. Listen, whoever told you that, they're so full of malarkey. Make mistakes, lots of them. Your lessons in life you gain are priceless. Okay, now take note of this. Remember, your value doesn't lie in how your body looks. Listen, apply a bunch of makeup and all that circus material that you buy out of HBA, out of a big box retailer and all that to make yourself look younger. Listen, there are good men out there that appreciate natural beauty without makeup. A woman who doesn't wear makeup or put all that plastering BS on her face to try to make herself look young is hiding her true beauty. Listen, we all go through that phase in life. We age, our bodies change, we no longer have that youth and vibrance. Love yourself for you. Okay? Sometimes even your internalized sexism affirms your thoughts of inadequacy. You yourself are valuable because you are you, not because of your body. Wear what makes you feel good. It's a lot or it's little. Wear what makes you feel confident, comfortable, and happy. Take note. I'm fixing to read the next one, and this next one is very important. And every woman has energy within her. She could take in energy from people. It'll be positive or negative energy. Did you know that? And that negative energy you take in will do more harm than good. The positive energy you get from other people will actually change your life. It'll change the way you think of the world and everything. Don't be afraid to let go of toxic people. And trust me, you hang on to listen to this. Don't drink poison just because you are thirsty. Don't eat rotten fruit because you're hungry. And that's the only thing you got. Chunk that rotten fruit in the trash, pour that poison out, and embrace something new, and that is better for your health. And they can be a form of two-legged person. Get rid of them. Not everybody takes responsibility for the energy they put out in the world. This is very true, okay? If there is someone who's bringing toxicity into your life and they don't take responsibility for it, that might mean you need to step away from them. Don't be afraid to do this. It's liberating and important, even though it may be painful. Yes. If you're going to go over here and make a promise not to put somebody out because they're toxic, I'm telling you, you're trying to protect that negative energy. Get rid of it. Remember, protect your energy. It's not rude or wrong to remove yourself from a situation or a company of people that are draining you. It's beneficial. Process your fears. Like earring Feeling afraid is natural and human. Don't reject your fear, understand them. This healthy exercise could really help you with your mental health. Interrogating and evaluating your fears help you gain clarity and unmask issues in your life that were causing you anxiety. That in turn help you alleviate some, not all of your anxiety. So you're trying to depend on people to make decisions for you and all that. It won't bode well. You're their invisible prisoner if you do that. Did you know that? You're their invisible prisoner. Number 7, trust the decision to make good decisions for yourself. We often doubt ourselves and our ability to do what's right. When most of the time we do not know in our hearts what's best. Remember, your feelings are valid. You're not losing touch with reality. You know yourself better than anyone else, so be your own best advocate. So, if a guy comes walking into your path, and he's a high value guy, has no records, no history, no nothing, and he's doing what he can to live better, and he's single, grab him. Because that'll be your once in a lifetime. Because men tend to age better and get worth much more better as they get older. Give that man time to grow. A man is like a tree. Each year that passes, he gets a ring on him. And the bigger the tree, the stronger the tree becomes against any storms in life. Remember that. And yes, I did say that. Take every opportunity life presents or create your own. Timing's never going to be perfect for that next big step in your life. The setup may not be ideal. That shouldn't hold you back from reaching or meet your goals and dreams. Instead, seize the moment because it may never come back. Again, that matches what I just told you, okay? Number 9, put yourself first. Don't feel bad about doing this. Women, especially, can grow accustomed to putting others first. Listen, you put others first, you're in for a rude awakening because you're going to be disappointed. If you do good for others and expect others to do good back to you, they will not return the favor. Those you need to cut out of your life. There's a time and a place for this. It shouldn't be a habit that costs you mental or emotional well-being. Cut negative people out of your life. It's time to decompress. Without decompressing, recharging, you can put a serious strain on yourself. Whether it's spending the day in bed or outdoors or nature, find what helps you decompress. Dedicate your time to this. Feel the pain and joy fully as you can. Remember, allow yourself to feel things fully. Lean into pain. Revel in your joy. Don't put limitations on your feelings, like fear, pain, joy, or emotions that will help you understand yourself and ultimately realize that you are not your feelings. Did you get that? Did you get that? I'm going to reread this one more time. Feel the pain and joy as fully as you can. Allow yourself to feel things fully. Lean into pain. Revel in your joy. Don't put limitations on your feelings, like fear and pain and joy or emotions that help you understand yourself and ultimately realize that you are not your feelings. Don't make feelings based on emotions. Okay? Exercise boldness in public. Get into the habit of speaking on your mind. Boldness is like a muscle. It grows the more you exercise. Don't wait for permission to take the seat at the table. Join the conversation. Contribute your thoughts. Take action. Know where your voice is just as important as anyone else's. That is very important right there, okay? This is very important. All right? See the beauty in simple things, okay? Try to notice at least one beautiful small thing around you every day. Make note of it. Be grateful for it. Gratitude not only gives you perspective, it's essential to help you find joy. Simple things like that is very healthy. Number 13, be kind to yourself. The world is full of harsh words and critique. Don't add yourself to the mix. Don't add yours to the mix. Be kind to yourself. Don't call yourself mean things. Why do you want to do that? Why do you want to put yourself down? Oh, listen, you do that, you ain't going to attract no man doing that. Celebrate yourself. You've come so far and grown so much. Don't forget to celebrate yourself. Not on your birthday, but every day. Every day you overcome something, celebrate yourself. Hey, did you overcome fear? Celebrate that. Celebrate that. Okay. The takeaway: self-love may not happen overnight, but with time, it will settle itself into your heart. And yes, you may struggle. You may look back on these moments, see how they were stepping stones to your journey to being the best you. Um, you need to understand that this affects every woman that walks. I'm going to do the next article for the men on the same video. This video is for men and women alike. I'm encourage you to make this video go viral and let everyone watch it. Okay? For the men, all right, updated on February 14, 2023. 10 reasons why men need a men's coach from breakthrough in their life and relationship. This is a knowledge for men, okay? So you did everything right according to society standards, and you're telling me you're not happy with the results? Well, you excelled in school, you worked out your butt off to get a successful career, lived in a good neighborhood, built stability, growth in your professional life. Despite all that, does it feel like something is missing inside? Like fire that once consumed your very soul, years has been extinguished, replaced with frustration and exhausting monotony of working your fingers to the bone and feeling a materialistic lifestyle no longer fulfills you. Okay, well, so you're trying to please society, men. You're trying to please society. It's not working. There's more to this. There's more to this. All right, there's more to this. Okay. All righty. So let's go ahead and You might be doing well on the surface, and everyone close to you wants you to be grateful. Be a nice guy. You will often get taken advantage of being a nice guy. Women, if you say you want a nice guy, they have the worst tempers anyone can imagine, and they protect what's theirs. So if you're going to say that they're corny, then there's something wrong with you. All right? There's something wrong with you. And also take note. Now, be a nice guy, be happy for what you have. In reality, you're missing out on the most important thing in life. The deep connection and friendship, the wild, intimate, exciting, romantic relationships, the lust for adventure, purpose have fueled a man to move mountains for millennia. Thoreau once wrote that most men live a life of quiet desperation. Are you seeing this? Look around you. It's true today as it was perhaps more so. We all enter the world as a blank slate, an empty canvas to be filled with rich experience, connections, adventures, and enrich our lives. Now, men have longed to travel the world with the love of his life, experience exhilarating adventures, new cultures, once a lifetime experience. Instead, he's stuck working harder and harder to achieve freedom, lying to himself every day that once the next project finished, he'll make time or feel like I'm enough for romance, adventure, and living fully. Sounds like a Delta male right there. Discovered mission so powerful he's willing to give his very life to see it manifested. Yet, he spends his day working he dislikes with people he barely tolerates just to pay for endless stream of stuff. Empty his both wallet and his soul. He jumps out of bed in the morning before his alarm bell, excited and on fire for the day ahead, but instead he feels tired, burned out, depleted. Never-ending cycle of earning more money to keep up with the Jones and validate his worth in society. Listen, ignore the Jones. Don't validate yourself in society. Deepen his connection with himself, only find himself, but actively sculpting himself into the confident, charming, alive man he always aspired to be. Instead, he settled for society's version of success, stifles his masculine spirit, sacrifices deepest hopes, dreams, desires at the altar of the almighty dollar and serving others. When is the man going to love himself first? You see, he did everything by the book in an effort to make his life remarkably memorable and successful. He's glued to the computer screen, working harder and harder, living a life of quiet desperation. You know, that's right here, what I just read. Okay? Now, we live in a world where men are more afraid than ever to be masculine, alive, act like a strong, grounded man to cover it up with professional success. Hide and behind a veil of status symbols cover up the truth that they're struggling for what matters most, their social lives and intimate relationship. Okay? And the problem is getting worse day by day. Just consider that deletion rate for men is 3.5 times higher than that of women. Did you know that? Iconic men surpass society's version of success like Robin Williams, Anthony Bourdain, Vinci Chester, Bennington, Mac Miller. Heath Ledger fell victim to this horrible act. So, the divorce rate in the U.S. hovers above 51% against men. Men are 3 times more likely to become alcohol or drug dependent, not to mention, adult website usage at all-time high, masking the problem, hiding rather than open up. The thing is, when the men do open up, they get guilt, they get shamed. They get shamed for opening up, asking for help and solving them. They get shamed for that. You can be forgiven for assuming that at this point men will reach out for help in droves. But because of society's mandate that real men bullshit, society needs to go and kick rocks. Society needs to get a damn life. Society needs to be reprogrammed from the narrative that they've been living by. Society needs to be reformed, re-educated to acknowledge that men have rights. Men have lives. Men's lives matter as well as everybody else's. And, because of the society's mandate, which society is full of malarkey, full of dog poop, mandate that real men somehow are capable of handling everything by themselves. Men are less likely ever to reach out for help because of society's poop mandate. Society needs to go get a damn life. All right? The government, the FBI, the CIA needs to get a damn life. Anybody who monitors social media needs to get a damn life. Anybody who wants to say what a real man is needs to go get a real life. Well, their life is so damn shallow. That's what the problem is. So, you can be forgiving, assuming the point at this point men would reach out for help and drove, all right? Now, I've already read that. Instead, men numb themselves in reality with pleasure-inducing addiction. PORN, social media, video games, Netflix originals, even success have become a source of respite. But their shallow promises or only exacerbate the issues. The vices do little further to what matters the most in our life, and nothing solve the deep problems that men actually face. So society's talking about real man. You know what? Society needs to be reprogrammed. Society needs to be re-civilized. They're like a bunch of uncivilized hyenas needing a lion to correct their behavior. You don't like this video? Then I don't know what else to tell you in regards to this men talk, men to men talk, okay? Men coaching doesn't mean a man is weak or incapable of achieving results himself. Coaching allows men to grow faster by leveraging the guidance of an expert with a perspective, experience, and know-how to break through limiting beliefs and propel into a life of one wants faster. So society needs to go kick rocks. So actually society is so superficial. They don't know the real from the fake. Yes, but they want to be woke and want to go out and be woke. Actually, they're full of ignorance. A man shaming a man. All right, the man that does the shaming on another man should be ashamed of himself. He needs to go sit in the corner and put his nose in the corner. Let's be honest here. Warren Buffett wouldn't be the greatest investor of our time without Benjamin Graham. Marcus Aurelius wouldn't be the best philosophers in history, or Emperor of Rome, and most successful generals in military history without Epictetus. All right? And Michael Jordan wouldn't be the best basketball player, arguably the greatest athlete of our time, without Phil Jackson. Are you seeing where I'm going with this? And to believe you're an exception to rules, nothing more than a hubris. You're vain. Just like society is a hubris. And if you want to live an exceptional life filled with joy, adventure, romance, deep connection, control over the direction of a life, sense of true masculine power, getting help by someone who is seasoned, results-driven coach is the smartest thing you can do. You get ahead of the masses. And the problem with the masculinity is there's a lacking of it. The masculine men are true loving beings. The so-called society who embraces the alternate ideologies say that masculine men are weak. Well, they themselves are weak. They themselves are full of malarkey. They themselves need to be deprogrammed. They themselves need to be taken off the pedestal and put out in the pasture to work their backsides off to get what they want in life. So, now, if you want to live an exceptional life with joy and all that, you have to get ahead of that mass, okay? Men must bravely enlist to help with other men who have been there and done that, can share their wisdom, guidance, insight for living a remarkable life, cultivating real relationship beyond the superficial. All right? Now, to the men out here, I'm talking to you. And no, you can't adopt that Pookie and Ray Ray mindset and say, oh, I'm going to smash and pass. Oh, yeah, I'm badass. No, you're not. You're just a corny ass dude who needs to get his life reality snapped back into to common sense. Okay? Today I'm going to share 10 reasons why men coaching the secret edge you've been searching for. The missing link will help men reclaim their masculine power in the nice guy behavior, become more attractive and respected by the highest quality dating prospects by the most successful men in their community. There's no time to waste. Let's dive in. So yes, and I'm making this video to help better people in life. I'm here to make this video to help people grow up and be sharply focused, so to speak. You hear where I'm going at with this? Number one, you need someone to talk to who doesn't listen but helps you move forward in life. This is a counselor that can actually see what men have to deal with on an everyday basis. Therapy can be great for some reason, necessarily, but not the end all solution is made out to be. Sure, they listen intently, they pay to. They don't confuse a good listener with actually progress in reality. They don't push you to challenge yourself. They issue the status quo of mediocrity and dive in and step in the roles of king, creator of your own life. That's like a Sigma male does right there. They know a little bit about reclaiming your masculine power and creating a life that makes you proud of the man you are becoming. Instead, they're able to play small, encourage it, even for longer than necessary. A men's coach doesn't. When you list other like-minded men who have been where you are today, they can spot your BS before you open your mouth. They will hold you to a higher standard, demand that you play at a higher level, challenge you every way that others wouldn't dare. This right here is what makes strong men right there. Granted, there's well-meaning mental health professionals that exist. Few and far between, and after working with thousands of men on their feedback as a result of therapy versus coaches, all but ambiguous, most time consuming and very costly. Now, with therapy, they spent years, some of them decades, digging through their past, identify all the ways there, which parents, teacher, friends, high school crushes screwed them up for life. And this is true. This is true. They myopically focus the trauma, real or perceived in the past, hope somehow by realizing anger issues stem from their broken relationship with their father. Men need father figures, okay? They would magically heal themselves, fix the problem, how they were showing up in the present. Okay? Therapy doesn't empower you to move forward. It only empowers you to resolve which is in your rear view mirror. It won't help you show up to your relationship in a more grounded way that women naturally respond to. Building a social lifestyle that excites you or content with real challenge you are facing in the present. It keeps you trapped by challenges you already overcome. With coaching, that's an entirely different story. Now, coaches still will address the implication of your past and how you resolve trauma might be manifesting itself as negative behaviors today. Let's take note of this, okay? But they don't let you live there indefinitely, but damn well don't let you use it as an excuse. That's a real good way of putting it. With a man's coach, the entire conversation is in around growth. Learning from the challenge you experienced from the past becomes stronger and move forward today. All right? It is based on theory. It's based on action, results, and experience. Experience from your coach's own life. For those who live, those who work with, gotten the end results you seek. They listen to you deeply, yes. But also have courage and wisdom to speak to you directly like a man in a bold, masculine, direct way that is severely lacking today. Calling you out on the BS stories to which you're giving away your power, giving you the facts of why your life isn't working effectively in this new era for men. This is being brutally honest in their feedback. They'll hit you upside the head with no hold barred reality check. Hold you accountable with breaking the patterns of behavior that's holding you back from life, social status, and relationship you want. With a therapist, you talk about your past, but with a coach, you march courageous into the future. That's the difference between a counselor and a coach, so to speak. They won't let you hide from your challenge or outsource responsibility of your life, some traumatic episode of the past. Okay? They challenge you with the up-to-date and be real, raw, honest with yourself. Take concrete, bold action towards solving the challenge, holding you back from the life you want on your very first session. Now, to those out there with that nice guy behavior, you need to get out of that. Remember, everything is passed down from the previous generation to the next generation. The nice guy syndrome will get you used. Once you're trapped by nice guy behavior because you're lacking strong masculine role model, you're going to be a beta male, okay? Like me, you're probably the best role model. You was a strong, grounded man you aspired to be. You didn't live a passionate, courageous, exciting life. He was a part of a strong community of men. It gave his power away to your mother, see? And it unintentionally taught you through his example of what to be a man. No. You give your power away to someone weaker than you, and they use it to their advantage and manipulate you, take advantage of you. Nuh-uh. That's not going to work for you long term. Okay? That ain't going to work for you. Now, is to resign yourself to life serving and pleasing others, avoid true purpose, power, and adventure. That's a big no-no. Almost like most men, your father was either quintessential nice guy who trained you to adopt those same patterns of behavior, or the opposite, a bad boy who advertently trained you to be a nice guy because you want to rebel, be nothing like him. This doesn't mean to degenerate, to be a degenerate like your father. He did the best he could with what he was given from his father. See, fathers pass to the son, to pass to the other son, pass to the other son. It's passed down from father to son, father to son. Okay? And I'm going to tell you something, okay? Men, you need to receive this message. Okay? So, I'm going to read this full article. You may struggle with how to treat women, especially attractive women. All right? You may struggle standing up for yourself during a conflict. That's more like a beta male, okay? You may avoid or put off conflicts, not upset anyone. That's a all this here is symptom of a beta male. You don't know how to respectfully get your needs met because of a height of deep frustration inside, where sometimes it's controllable, explode in anger, fuel outburst. Ouch. You're a nice guy who does things in order to get people to validate your worth. Listen, this nice guy tendency, this man manipulating man, because he don't play according to his game and all that rhetoric. Let me tell you something. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. In our modern society, healthy and authentic masculinity has become vilified because of the way these government agencies operate. Because the real problem with toxic masculinity is lacking of masculinity. That's what it is. And these government agencies that talks about toxic masculinity, they need to be taken down or evaporated a notch. And the ideology that women follow called feminism needs to be eliminated from the minds of people. With unrealistic standards and all that needs to be eliminated. Because I'm going to tell you right now, we're on the verge of a civilization collapse. All right? Today is more important than ever for men to regain their masculine energy because of the missing link to get to the next level, especially a romantic relationship. Masculine men are more loving and protector of the family unit. Too many men allow their nice guy tendency to undermine life, putting the needs of others first. We need to relearn masculinity. All right? And struggling to assert themselves to avoid tension, being unable to set and maintain healthy boundaries, and refuse to prioritize own goals, ambitions, and dreams. Are you listening? Are you listening to this? At the end result is always life filled with regret, decrease in man's value, incognito resentment to those who take advantage of you with little or no appreciation. On the other side of the spectrum, we have the overachiever, men who use professional ambition and massive pain and feelings to achieve some modicum of validation through their external accomplishment. That's the alpha male right there. And accolades outwardly prove self-worth to society. Of course, women. Those are alpha males right there. There's there's nothing wrong with this. They're using it as a tool, okay? All right. There's nothing wrong with success, money, or achievement. These men are not pursuing these things from a place of wholeness, using them as tools and resources to magnify and fulfill life. Instead, they pursue them from a lens of scarcity, ego, desperation. Hoping the next milestone, promotion, product will launch somehow give them a feeling that they are enough. Others will subtly validate them to place them on a higher arbitrary pedestal of life that they will finally belong. Yet, the problem is, you can go for the rest of a man's life while meanwhile the clock is ticking. The man must put himself as king and embrace masculinity and being a masculine man. You know, you can't do it with having random one night stands with low quality females. You cannot do it like that. When you leverage a man's coach, you surround yourself with possible masculine men tempered by a virtuous sense of purpose, honor. You can begin the process of eradicating these dark tendencies once and for all. You'll need to learn how to develop your confidence in a healthy way to free of ego, how to set boundaries, prioritize yourself while being valued, respected by others, and your desire to speak the truth even when it's hard, and cultivate a strong sense of self-worth. That's what being a man is about, okay? Self-worth. From this place, you'll finally be at peace with yourself and the world around you. You'll be able to show up as a live relationship as a true self like never before. You'll be enough. Did you get that? And number 3, you give away your masculine power to women, then lose all self-respect, all respect, value, and attraction. Woody Allen said 90% of success is showing up. Men today are not showing up for women in their lives. Men have lost strength to the masculine edge, and women are starving for it. That's terrible, ain't it? Today, men are terrified of their own masculinity. They're petrified by their darkness, aggression. Instead of embracing and learning to harness it, they suppress it, embrace whatever easier, more acceptable. Nice guy. People please, approval seeking behaviors. See, that's the downside of a man, okay? Both in their life and their interaction with women, okay? Modern men often feels weak, spineless, powerless, castrated by hyper-feminist society, and emasculated by women they yearn to connect in intimacy for. See, that is the wrong way to go in life. That's the wrong way. Okay? You need to listen to this video, y'all. Both men and women. Now, I'm talking to the men. If he's single, he struggles to be present in his interactions, suppressing his desire of romantic intimacy. Acting distinguishedly out of fear of rejection, hoping to be liked for being a nice guy who will wait his turn. Yeah. You're going to be a doormat if you wait your turn. If he's married or in a committed relationship, he gives away his power to his partner, marking the demise of connection, demise deep intimacy, allowing her to lead the relationship indeed his life. A man who lets a female lead in his life is a loser. As per this article, he's losing. Instead of showing up as a leader, confident and protective for her, he's little more than a walking ATM cash dispenser room she begrudgingly settled for in return for infrequent, lackluster romantic life. All these behaviors put you at the mercy of women. She owns you, loses all respect for you. Therefore, your attraction and desire cannot exist. You have no power in a relationship, and you both know it. When this happens, women, even faithful, loving women, become susceptible. They become susceptible to allure of infidelity, not because they're bad or corrupt people, because man is not showing up the way he needs to and is incapable of doing things he needs to keep a high quality woman engaged and excited in this life. Are you getting this? She treats you like a little boy because exactly how you're acting. Physically, a big man with a little inner backbone is one of the biggest turnoff to women. Unconsciously telling her that he is weak man who cannot be trusted with makes her feel unsafe and unhappy. When she's had enough of the weak man needed behavior, she leaves alone, heartbroken. You don't need me to tell you how painful a serious breakup or divorce can be for a man, especially a successful man of worth. Now, beyond the stress and financial burden of possibly losing half or more of your net worth and everything you bled for, these events often set back which a man will rarely fully recover. You got to be a man of confidence. They extinguished what little fire was left in his soul and snuffed out the glimmer of hope that still twinkled in his eyes. I'm telling you, being a nice guy will get you walked all over. It will get you used and walked over. The financial emotional cost of excluding weak, nice guy behaviors in a relationship is higher than men realize until it's too late. Much higher than doing the work required to become a strong, grounded man and capable of attracting and keeping his partners among many life benefits. And also, to the women out there that want a high value man, you're going to have to understand men will go out and work their backsides off. But if you constantly nag because he's not home and he has to go out and work long hours, listen. Let me ask you this. How in the heck do you want jewelry or you want this item? You want something that costs money, but you get mad at the man for sacrificing his time to make that money so you can enjoy it. Why don't you get up off your lazy, dead backside and go work? Okay? They want a man they can trust, a man with power, vision, aliveness, who gives her butterfly in her stomach, keeps her daydreaming. When will she get to go out with and better a king again? This takes sacrifices. This is not no Snow White fairy tale or Cinderella fairy tale at Disney. Listen, you want that Disney love? You're in a delusional. You're being delusional. All right? When you work with a men's coach, you become this man. You regain your masculine power, boost your confidence. You show up to the relationship as a whole, fulfilled, complete man. A man who doesn't need a woman to feel validated or worthy, but who chooses a woman who can build his kingdom with. A woman who can love and support and challenge, and who loves, support, and challenges him. That's the ideal woman you want. We live in a world where everything is all superficial. So, as terms society put real man narrative, that needs to be flushed down the toilet, so to speak. So, now, men's coach is not only help you reclaim your power, you multiply it, go from there to masses of men who's approval seeking nice guy to, oh my God, who's that guy? That guy is a Sigma. He's going out working on himself, working on his flaws and weaknesses, being a better man. So, and then just remember, everything in life is a transaction. Okay, it's a transaction. So, anyways, back to talk about money. All right, you chase money without a clear, definite purpose. Most men believe that their purpose in life is relegated to doing whatever to make the most money. That's their inner worth. That their inner worth is contingent to their net worth. That's the only appropriate answer to the question. What do you want? Is more. So, with that being said, sure you make money. You may not, maybe even great money. All right. Okay. But beyond the base level of success, the income doesn't excite or inspire you like it once did. It makes you greedy right there just with that mindset. It simply isolates you or grows a sense of lack of purpose. Allowing you to go through the motions and numbing yourself with vices without any ideas of what you're doing, why are you doing it. You follow the crowd, see, aimlessly moving through life unconsciously, working long hours, giving up your personal life, saying no to experience life you really want to make more money, and for what? Extra bedroom, more horses in the car, a mini vacation, where you spend time sequestered in your hotel room, respond to emails and put out fires. You see, you follow the crowd. You know, a Sigma male does not follow the crowd. He lives his life on his own terms. And he's very successful in what he does. All right? Most men are not willing to take a step back and look inwardly and ask themselves beyond the final success, what do I really want out of my life and relationships? If all you do is look at money, you know what? Money comes and goes, but your life is gone. It's gone for good. All right? It's gone for good. What do you have to gain? Look, if you go, what do you have to gain? Nothing. You see where I'm going at with this? Because you haven't done this work or grinding even hard, thinking more is the solution. Definitely pour your soul and infinite time into work and hope one day the money you earn will finally validate your worth as a man, make you feel enough. And when it doesn't, guess what? It doesn't. And you seek instant gratification in the form of vice like alcohol, drugs, porn, binge social media, TV, excessive consumerism to numb the pain of purposeless life. You spend your money on lavish external things like cars, clothes, unnecessary household gadgets in the hopes of finding a niggle of temporary excitement. Listen, things like that will own you and control you. But fleeting the superficial nature of these purchases leave you no more content, joyful, alive than prior month prior to keep you in a perpetual cycle of consumption. Indeed, there's been a major shift in society. Men have no great war, no cause, no purpose, feel utterly lost because of it. You see? Men need to be better financial management. They need to be better at managing their time, managing their money. Listen to me, men. Oh, well, I need to make more money. You need to make more money. Let me tell you something. If that's all you care about it, then you're actually a greedy person. Then greed lives within you, and you can't grow with greed. You can't. You know what? So, I'm just going to go ahead and read this. Indeed, like I said, indeed, there's a major shift in society. Men today have no great war, nothing. Every man needs a fight, not necessarily physical, but a greater mission to fight for. Okay? Your purpose in life is to find your purpose and give your whole heart and soul to it. Buddha said that. Something greater than yourself and for some men possibly noble through that's worth sacrificing everything else for. By plugging yourself into a community of like-minded men led by guidance of a team of expert men coach can open your eyes to new possibilities. You'll gain clarity on your path, purpose, and unlock a new level of meaning and significance in your life that supersedes the purely materialistic of the unconscious masses. This is the message you need. You need this message. And look at this. You need someone other than your divorced or single friends whom you can discuss intimate relationships. Men coaches specialize in relationships in many ways. Masculine and feminine dynamic is why they became men coaches in the first place. Often many men coaches have backgrounds in dating, seduction, and relationship coaching. However, they evolve in a healthier, more mature form of men beyond the superficial pickup tactics. Yeah, I like these little so-called wannabe MGTOW men. They post pictures of low-quality women. Smash, rate and smash. You know what? That's a double standard right there. You're doing pickup tactics. Then you no longer represent the philosophy that's supposed to set the men free from this society power grasp. Your men coaches ready for Navy SEALs to combat. You'll teach you a proven strategy and mental framework that none of your family, friends, and peers have the slightest clue about, that you could transform the type of man that women respect, admire, and brag to their friends and families. This is what you want. Okay? Excuse me. If the intense satisfaction comes from the deeper level of connection and intimacy and romance, women is what you want. Okay? You're not going to get it by listening to your friend whose relationship is history of stage 4 natural disaster who got divorce attorney on speed dial. Wow. And remember this, most men are bitter, jaded, angry women. So they also join this failed philosophy called MGTOW. Okay? They join that. Not a very good move. After stream of failed relationship, they buy into the lie that something fundamentally wrong with women instead of admitting to themselves. Amen to that. The problem is lie in how they are showing up to women. Where you show up as a pickup artist, shame on you. Mm-mm-mm-mm. The simple truth of the matter is that you cannot take advice from someone who had not achieved the result you want to achieve. In other words, blind leading the blind, they all wind up in the ditch, right? The right men's coach always walked the walk. He knows that how to achieve every lasting success, intimacy, and the passion inside of your relationship, and will teach you how to lay the foundation of self-love, confidence, masculine power required to make your relationship thrive. Well, you know that right there is very important. He'll help you either find the right perfect woman who you want to build your kingdom, or enhance your existing relationship with the woman you're under prioritized for years, maybe even decades, to the new heights. Nothing will have greater impact on your happiness, success, fulfillment than a woman who you choose to share your life. Happiness is not found in another O in the bank account, but deep well of shared experience with someone whom you love and deeply connected who feels the same. That's reciprocating. If the relationship is one-sided, it will never last. With the help of results-driven men's coach, you will finally achieve the results of mindset, strategies, tactics you need to solve the most challenging relationship struggles in your life. Okay? You cannot have a real masculine accountability in your life, and likely never have. When a strong, grounded man is with absolute conviction and action to do something, you do it. When someone tells you deeply respect that you're going to take a specific action, you will do it in your power to keep your word, because if you do not want to be let someone respect you down, okay? It's in our masculine nature to be a man of your word. If you tell a strong, grounded man you'll do something and don't, you're breaking your word and bond with your coach. It's not about the money that men coach, it's about being a man of integrity. If your words mean nothing, then you're a man to be, or then are you a man to be trusted? Can women even trust this man? When a man is held accountable by someone he deeply respects, he focuses harder and takes the right actions to get stellar results. Even when it's scary, seems damn near impossible. You can't hide, you can't play small, you cannot live with excuses you suppress for years anymore. The more importantly, you cannot ignore the parts of your life that you aren't working and rely on superficial external successes to hide behind an unhappy, unfixed life. It's very easy for men and coaches to see behind this facade you created to feel safe. In other words, they can see through all that mumbo jumbo BS. The disappointment you feel when you let down someone greatly respect will propel you into action. Big reality check for you at the moment. When your men's coach is not buying into your BS story that everyone else believes. You'll be thinking in the back of your head, he can see through my BS. I can't believe I've gotten away with this so long. Now it's time to change. That's taking accountability. Good men are bound by conscience and liberated by accountability. Wes Fessler said this. Good men are bound by conscience and liberated by accountability. Any man who shy away from help because he's afraid to look foolish yet is a true, courageous, and brave man who stands up and asks for support. All right? You probably surround yourself with high-achieving men already. What they really mean and care about you is their success, like crabs in a bucket pulling to escape. Crab crawling back down that they're terrified watching you outgrow and outperform your existing social group. Having a men's coach being part of a community is a brotherhood. A man who is truly standing for your greatness don't make you seek or incapable. That's where you can get your secret edge against the masses who are unaware of such a solution exists. So yes. So you don't have the freedom to fearlessly express your truth fully. So you remain silent and hide. Boys do that. Okay? All right, boys do that crap, okay? At the core of every man's desire to be free, yet ironically, men often confine themselves to a cage to appear like they're okay. You lock your emotions up, pretend to be a strong man when that time you're struggling inside, barely holding it together. Other people don't see this. All they see is success, external accolades, fake smile, a picture perfect life. They see you, allow them to see you. They don't see the truth. They don't see the struggle you are experiencing, inescapable sense of inadequacy. The fear you're on the brink of divorce, breaking up, or suffering from chronic loneliness, or an existential crisis. You bought into the big store BS story that big boys don't cry. So you stoically ignore and suppress your emotions, desire, convincing yourself only solution to be silent in face of abject fear. When a man does this, he shuts down and a piece of his heart becomes less, even more of a robot programmed by society with few signs of life, become a shell of he used to be or could be. All right. All right. Expressing your emotions in a healthy way is a natural thing humans do, no different than urinating. If you don't urinate, you're in pain. When you urinate, the pain is gone. It's that simple. You see where I'm coming at? It's a release that's necessary to require a healthy living. Expose yourself to the deepest fear. After that, fear has no power. The fear of freedom shrinks and vanishes. You're free. Jim Morrison. I think he's the lead singer of one of the bands. I think so. Emotionally handicapped men become distant, angry, frustrated, cynical, and extreme, even violent, because they're struggling on the inside. Friendship relationships slowly feel like chores. When someone asks how you're doing, you reply to perfunctory, bland response, avoid expressing how you really feel. I'm good, I'm alright, I'm great, fine. And you turn it back to something superficial, avoid anything but it's the truth. Alright? When a man is disconnected from his heart, he becomes disconnected from the world and lives in a silent prison where it's just him and his dark thoughts shielded by his external successes. Listen, if society tells you that toxic masculinity is the root of the problem, they're bullshitting you. All right? He's trapped in a mind-made prison without even realizing he's both the inmate and the warden of the prison. He holds the key to his own liberation, but years of societal conditioning have blinded him to this possibility. Again, I'm going to tell you, society is so full of malarkey. You know, they need to go kick rocks. All right? Men need to go and look within themselves, see what is wrong in your life. The sooner you do that, let people see your confidence. Let them see your enigma. Let them see your mysteriousness. I'm telling you, it will work in your favor. It will work out in your favor. Okay, it'll work out in your favor. Okay? Like an elephant kept in place by a feeble rope, he failed to recognize that he outgrown and the confine in which he has placed himself at that moment. He can unlock the door and find his freedom. Did you get that? The feeble rope? That weak rope? You can pull and then snap that thing in two and then go free. Through men's coaching and strong community, you'll discover how to express your emotion in a healthy way. That doesn't make you weak, but courageous and respect it. How to connect with the deepest parts of yourself. Be authentic, raw, honest with other men. You'll learn how to experience the true depth, connection, friendship, intimacy, step in your role as a vibrant, expressive king of your life. The men coach unlocks your emotional cage so you can release the heavy feeling in your gut and finally experience the true personal freedom means. All right? So, you're going through life without strong male support and quality friendship that lasts. So, who are you surrounded by? I'm not talking about business associate clients whom you occasionally share a drink over the price steak dinner, but men who you speak your truth, who you support you. Life can be so much more than working, going to the gym, watching TV, social media, adult websites. That right there weakens a man. You see what I'm saying? The greatest paradox of human experience is that the sea starts to layer connection. Acquaintance, we still feel desperate, soul wrenching alone. Both men, especially successful men like yourself, go through their entire lives without true male friendships. Wow, that's very interesting, isn't it? They have plenty of acquaintance, golf buddies, beer hangouts, gym partners, business colleagues to do more deals with, but they lack meaningful, unfiltered masculine connection. Are you seeing this? They fear judgment and validation. As a result, smother their truth until a voice so faint they themselves can barely hear it. Show me a man who fears authentic connection and real friendship with other quality men, and I'll show you a man who is broken, alone, isolated, and void of life. Humans need to connect at a deeper level to be emotionally free, alive, and healthy. Women do this more naturally than men. It's likely because there are fewer stigmas around opening up and sharing the truth, but it's essential for men's well-being. It's no wonder that, according to the American Foundation for Deletion Prevention, the deletion rate for men is 3 times higher than women and rising. Statistics can't be relegated how low life in society, even at the most successful men, celebrities, musicians, actors who have made it high levels in society, and they ended their lives because they were so depressed. They don't have that masculine energy. They were depressed. Men are more alone than ever today. There are few people whom they can speak honestly and candidly without fear of judgment and ridicule. No one can support them, challenge them, sharing their struggle. Success, acting as brothers in arms during the good times and bad. This is the real social problem that people aren't talking about. Most men aren't even aware of themselves that it's so commonplace that men are too busy chasing more. Do you ever have men in your life that you can share the good and bad and ugly with, who will listen and support you? You see what I'm talking about? Can you be vulnerable and share what's really going on with the other men without being scrutinized? You see, men shaming men, that's scrutinizing them. Men who live in the world of truth are more connected to the world, those around them find more joy, happiness, and inner fulfillment. Men supporting men is a very good goal to have. But men shaming men because they don't get on a plantation and act like a fool, well, those men need to get a new life. I'm talking new life. With men, you'll be forced to live in a world of truth. There's no room for deceit or dishonesty in a cultural relationship. The very nature of a relationship demands no BS honesty. And where you'll get the real with yourself and the other men in your life, you will tap in a deeper level of the human experience. Your interaction will deepen. Other men will respect you more. Women will be more connected and attracted to you. That's the saying go. The truth will set you free. And a men's coach will help you find that speak and live in your truth. You're playing small in the game of life. No one can tell except you. Did you know that? Our society convinced men so long that they're making good money they can keep pace with the Jones. They're playing the game of life as well. Okay? What most men forget is the concept of playing small and not relegated to their not only financial realm but small pie of life. You could be a leader of your industry, multimillionaire, best in the world. What do you professionally and still keep playing the game of life grossly below your potential? And if you aren't going for the life you really want, and you're not fostering love, connection, intimacy, if you aren't injecting adventure, aliveness, risk into your life, and you wake up doing the same damn thing day in, day out. You see? Okay, if you don't live life you have while you pursue your grand vision, that you're missing out on a whole lot of life. You're not excited for the day you're alive and your social interaction fulfilled in your relationship, then it's very important. You're winning the career battle, but you're losing the war for your life, freedom, and happiness. So yeah, money is not everything. You know, you can make $7.25 an hour and have the happiest life. That right there will fulfill your purpose. The love of money is the root of all evil. That's in the book of Romans. If your life report looks like this, then what's your overall GPA on life? Career A plus, physical health C, emotional health C, social life F, relationship, social romantic relationship F, purpose, mission, contribution F, failure, passion, hobby F, masculinity, backbone F, self-confidence, self-image, self-worth F. So, how nice wouldn't it be to fall in love with this guy and spend the rest of your life with him? That is a guy with a lacking of motivation, lacking of purpose, lacking of this, lacking of that. Now you can see the problem here. Men pour all their energy into a career, wonder why they're unhappy outside of work results in their lives and relationship. And the men's coach will not only call that this BS behavior, he sees it. He will enable you to do the deep, hard work required to address the other critical areas of life that are being ignored. Right, when you're part in the right community, doing all the same, assisted by a team of expert coaches, playing small is no longer an option. You may hate us at times because we push you outside of your comfort zone. You may despise our brutal, honesty, no holds barred tirades. You may tell us to screw up, but consider reverting back to your old ways. You'll come to realize we are the ones in life pushing you forward. You're playing small, it's time to end that. Now we're going to go over to two options. All right. Now we're going to go over two options here. You can Stay safe, retreating your old habits, chasing the career success, pursuing external validation, masking pain with vices, rely on a compliment, feel your own self-worth, or embrace the call of the adventure in life and relationship you always wanted. The choice is yours and yours only, men. This is your choice only. Accept your professional accomplishment, however impressive. It does not define your worth as a man. To live without regret, not to waste the rest of your life. You need more out of yourself, more life than another promotion and the zero in the account or deal close. You can decide to take a stand for your own life and vision. Pour your heart and soul and become a strong, grounded man. You know you can be living the style you want. 2, eschewing society's values and hating the values in society. Living a life based on your own vision, your own aspiration, your own rules. That's a Sigma male right there. That's a Sigma male right there. You can make a decision today to make it stick. You need support and guidance. And myself, I can promise you, you cannot do it alone. You just go all in on your life, recruit a team of expert coaches, mentors, like-minded brothers. You can make it happen a lot faster than you think. And that is the moment you look back on the years of today and say, that is when everything changed in a good way. Wouldn't it be helpful to discuss your unique situation, goals, challenges on the phone with men's coach next few days? Click to learn about the best men's coaching availability. I'm going to include this link here so you could click it yourself. If you keep doing what you always done, you'll miss the best years of life. Ain't that the truth? Now you have a decision to make. You made it to the end of this article for one simple reason. This conversation has deeply resonated with you, right? Maybe your relationship's on the brink of ending and the woman you once promised to love and cherish has become a source of your unhappiness, discontentment, and frustration. Maybe you're chronically single and tired of being friend-zoned by quality women you desire and are beginning to give up on dating altogether, embrace the life of singlehood. Well, there it is. That's all you got. Maybe your life is working outside and outside, but you no longer feel the fire, passion once you had on the inside. You become sedated, unaware of what more of your life could be. Maybe workaholism, constant pursuit of more, has left you empty, depleted, alone. Yes. You've spent years, even decades, pursuing success. Now you find yourself wondering when you go to bed at night, is this really it? The truth is, I don't know exactly why you're here right now. Okay? I do know the pain you're experiencing. I don't know the challenge, the frustration you're facing today. Personally, all right, I do know this. The price of inaction, settling for a life you don't love, ignore real challenges in your life, continue operating under the same dysfunctional paradigm, strategy that brought you here in the first place, is an unlived life, a life of regret. If you don't make changes, decide to take action today, nothing will change tomorrow. Years will go by, problems you're facing now will only be amplified. Your kindness, relationship, family, sanity will slowly start to dwindle until you find yourself years later wish you could turn back the clock and do it your way all over again. But it don't have to be this way. You can do it starting today and take a stand. Over the past 10 years, I've been quietly helping men at the highest level achieve the things that money can't buy. Happiness, purpose, passion, fulfillment, and romance they crave for all along. If you read the entire article, it tells me you're serious about making a big change in your life. So I want to invite you into my brotherhood and the idea of the next step. The elite coaching system is unlike you ever experienced before. It'll spark a personal revolution in your life, relationship, fundamentally change the man you are today. Men, are you willing to change who you are today? On the inside. Or are you going to go ahead and stick to society's calling of a real man, which is vain? I invite you to answer the call to adventure to unleash a powerful, successful, attractive man. You kept cages outside you for so long. Take a stand for your life, your future, and say enough is enough. I'm ready to reclaim my power to make this a reality. So, you may know as well as I do, if you continue doing what you always done, you'll get what you always had. This article does not resonate with you, you're convinced you could do it alone, then I wish you all the best. But I can't help you. Honestly, no one can. You're not ready for the transformation work we do. But if you're courageously enough to accept that there are challenges in your life which you don't have the solution, there's more to your existence than a man can simply by making more money and living like a robot. Then you can be a strong, grounded man with a deeper connection, fulfillment, relationship you always wanted. Then you're going to love what you created for you with the help of other men. However, I must be blunt, most men reading this are not good fit. I do not offer cheap solution to a serious problem. To be honest, when it has to be the cheapest solution to a serious problem of this magnitude ever worked, then it's a waste of time and not what we're about. So you wouldn't look for the cheapest, least experienced doctor, or if you or a loved one were undergo life-threatening surgery. Are you getting this? This problem should be treated at the same level if they're not serious consequences. If problem continue to be ignored, they'll fester and fester, get worse. Through heavy research and development, we learn how to solve problems for good. It requires a team of talented, experienced experts who love what they do, in-depth, high-level training, actionable systems, exercise, achieving lifelong results. The good news is we have the solution. We have perfected over the last decade, 1,200 clients. You stop resisting the help, which is right in front of you. Show up, prioritize that matters the most. All right, there's that link right there. I highly recommend checking this out for men. Okay? I want to say thank you very much for taking the time to listen to me. And this video has been over 2 hours long. And thank you for listening. Peace.